perpendicular from the center to a chord of a circle bisects the chord. We said that, right? And the converse was that if a line joining the center to a chord bisects it, then the line must be perpendicular to the chord. And in that same explanation or the same diagram and derivation, we will have one more pull out from there, and that's something like this. So, right, so we had two chords out here. Say suppose again two chords, and right. Whenever you try to find the distance of a line from a point, understand what I'm saying. I'm trying to find the distance of a line from a point. What I'm trying to say is something like this. This is a line, and you want to find this distance from this point. Then the shortest distance is always the perpendicular distance, like this one. If you go for this, then this is a greater distance. Even this will be a greater distance. So the shortest distance from a point to a line is always the perpendicular distance. Just note down that statement, write it. You will need it in other chapters also. The shortest distance from a line to a point is the perpendicular distance. The shortest distance from a point to a line is the perpendicular distance. Right. Now let us look at another theorem. So we have like this. Consider a circle with center as O and the chords are AB and chords AB and CD, such that AB is equal to CD, means you have equal chords. Okay, all right. OM, these are the facets about this circle. OM is perpendicular to the chord AB and ON is perpendicular to the chord CD. ON is perpendicular to the chord CD, and by construction I'm actually joining OB and ON. I'm joining OB and ON. That's by construction. Okay, so I'm making a construction, and in this construction I am join OB and OD. I'm joining these two. So this much is clear, beta. Itna tak clear hai? No issues. ठीक है ना? ठीक है तो? Okay, this much. Now consider triangle OMB and triangle OND. Right? I'm writing angle OMB is equal to angle OND. This is each 90. Each 90. After that, I am writing OB is equal to OD, radii of same circle. Radii of same circle. Now, in the previous statement, you wrote that the perpendicular to a chord, perpendicular from the center to a chord, bisects the chord, right? That means in we can also pull up here as OM is perpendicular to AB, therefore AM must be equal to MB, and similarly DN must be equal to NC. इतना समझ में आया? This is because perpendicular. This is yesterday's theorem. Perpendicular from center to a chord bisects the chord. Perpendicular from center to a chord bisects the chord. So we have this now equal to this, and I'm putting the same mark out here because the chords are also equal. So if the chords are equal, half of the chords are also equal. All right? So I can now write MB is equal to MB is equal to ND. The reason for this, I'm writing AB is equal to DC. This was given. All right. Therefore, half AB must be equal to half DC. Half of AB is MB, which should be equal to ND. ये समझ में आया? If you see this, then again we have formation of R, H, and S. There's the RHS formation. Therefore, we can say triangle OMB is congruent to triangle OND. Therefore, OM is equal to ON. This is by CPCT. So what do you get from here? Equal chords are equidistant from the center. This is the center distance, right? So from here, the theorem that we get is equal chords. So this is another theorem. Yesterday we saw two theorems. This is your third theorem. Equal chords are equidistant from the center of a circle. Now you ask yourself, from the center of a circle. Now, when we go for its converse, what is the input here? Equal chords. What is the output? Equidistant. Converse, we have to just reverse it. So we say if two chords are equidistant from the center, then they are equal. Yeah, write that. So the converse now becomes if two chords are equidistant from the center of a circle, then the chords are equal. So a quick revision. We started with equal chords subtend equal angles at the center. Then we said perpendicular from the center to a chord bisects the chord. And the third one today is equal chords are equidistant from the center. If we go for converse, if two chords subtend equal angles at the center, then the chords are equal. Then if the line joining the center to a chord is perpendicular, then the line bisects the chord. If the line from the center of a chord bisects it, then the line is perpendicular. And third converse would be if two chords are equidistant from a center, then the chords are equal. Okay? Corresponding parts of congruent triangle. If I have proved that this hand is congruent to this hand, then every corresponding part here, iska pinky should be equal to iska pinky, iska thumb should be, ye thumb and index ka angle should be thumb and index. Corresponding parts of congruent triangle. That is, we write it as CPCT. Because once you have proved congruent, then every corresponding part will be same. तो उसका altitude is equal to उसका altitude. समझ में आया? यहाँ end होता है आपका first part के theorems. अभी हम जाएंगे second part के theorems में, जो कि एक step थोड़ा सा not tough, but you have to remember it properly. right? You have to remember it properly. Equal chords subtend equal angle at the center. Equal chords are equidistant from the center, and the perpendicular from the center to a chord bisects the chord. These are the three main, and all these three have got three converse. So actually you saw 6 theorems out here. A converse is also a theorem, na?
Dash about the equation.
This one. This is congruency. Congruency आप पढ़े हो ना? 8 में. Congruent triangles. This is the symbol of congruency. Equal followed by a wave on top. If you don't have your figure, what are you writing? और कल भी मैं बोला था एक कॉम्पास या एक राउंड आइटम रखिए जो आपको फटाफट सर्कल ड्रॉ करने में हेल्प करे. Are we done with this? Please take time to write this theorem so that they get by heart. नहीं तो आप problem नहीं कर पाएंगे. Whenever you get a problem, that problem will have application of all these theorems. It's not so easy. That's why children find it difficult. कौन सा? यहाँ पे join OB and OD. तुम अभी ये लिख रहे हो? हाँ, join. चलें आगे. चलिए. Next. From here things will get little bit stiffer. Okay, up front I'm saying. ये थ्योरम समझने में टाइम लगेगा आपको. ठीक है, यहाँ पे थ्योरम. This is the toughest one, huh? आइए पहले समझते हैं इसको, फिर आपको पूरा टाइम देंगे लिखने के लिए. पहले सोच समझते हैं. राइट. कहता है एंगल. यहाँ पे कुछ कुछ वर्ड्स है, देखिए. एंगल सबटेंडेड बाय एन आर्क. ठीक है, लेट्स पिक अप द कैच पॉइंट्स फर्स्ट. इट सेज एंगल सबटेंडेड बाय एन आर्क. एंगल सबटेंडेड बाय एन आर्क. ठीक है, तो ऐसे केस में फर्स्ट वी शुड हैव, that means only from this portion what do we get? We should actually have something called an arc. So I'm taking my arc to be My arc is the minor arc AB. AB is the arc. Angle subtended by an arc. Now, what is your arc? Arc is AB, right? Where are you subtending the angle? At the center. How does an arc subtend an angle? Hujur. At the center. That means this particular angle, right? This particular angle. That means we are talking about which angle? Angle AOB. This angle subtended by the arc at the center is twice the angle. Mark the words. Twice the angle. That means this has to be twice the angle subtended by it. Subtended by it. It means again what? It means again arc AB. It means the same arc. अभी क्या बोर्ड पे ध्यान दो. At any point, इसलिए प्रॉब्लम होता है, पता है आप क्या इसको लिखे, क्या हो जाएगा इसको जल्दी लिख के बोलो. At any point subtended by it, it means the same arc at any point on the remaining part of the circle. So if AB portion is the arc of the circle, what is the remaining portion? The major arc BA. This arc subtending an angle at the center means you join at the center. At any part on the remaining part of the circle means any point. That point could have been here also. That point could have been here also. So I have taken an arbitrary point C. That means this should be twice angle ACB. Have you understood? Angle subtended by an arc at the center is twice the angle subtended by the arc at any point. Wait, still don't copy. So I'm saying if this is theta, this is 2 theta. That is not important. Important is how you interpret it. Now have a look. What I'm saying, I used a word, and the word was at any point. It can be any point. Any point. Here I took the point to be C, but this point can be any point on the remaining part of the circle. This is very, very important. It means what? If it was not C, say it was not C, it was actually a point. It was actually a point. It was actually a point D. 1 minute, huh, bacha? Say, yes. Say this was a point D. Then also, this angle would have been theta. You see it from the other side. If you know this particular angle, then any angle subtended by this arc on the remaining part is always half of this angle. अगर ये 2 theta है, तो ये कितना होगा? थीटा होगा. ये भी थीटा होगा. और इसको अगर मैं further mutate करूं, if I mutate this diagram further, and I make an angle here, like this, even this angle would be theta. Is this getting clear? In the book and all, they will not mutate it so much. They will only show it to ये इसीलिए इसको ट्राउजर वाला थ्योरम, ये पैंट जैसा दिख रहा है. देखो, समझ में आ रहा है ना? सुनिए, अभी भी इसका इंटरेस्टिंग पार्ट क्लोज नहीं हुआ है. इससे 2 और थ्योरम पैदा होंगे. एंगल सबटेंडेड बाय एन आर्क एट द सेंटर is twice the angle subtended by the arc on any point of the remaining circle. इतना आप समझे हैं? Now you write this statement and you make the initial yellow वाला diagram only. Don't make the blue वाला diagram. Blue वाला diagram हम फिर बाद में आएंगे. अभी सिर्फ आप yellow वाले diagram में ही रखिए. Angle subtended by an arc at the center is twice the angle subtended by it at any point on the remaining part of the circle. पहले इसको समझिए. This is extremely important and has huge implication also. Angle subtended by an arc at the center is twice the angle subtended by the arc at any point on the remaining part of the circle. Have you understood this? Good. Shall we have a look at its proof? Okay, for its proof, what we do, we join CO and we say extend it till a point X. You join CO and you extend it till a point X. Let's see the proof. Join CO and extend CO till X, to some point X. ठीक है बच्चा? Can you prove congruence of these two triangles? Will it be congruent? This side is equal to this side. This one is common. And anything else? Which one? हाँ, AO equal to BO, वो तो पता है. AC is same. Then how will you else prove it? Then what we can say? Okay, if you just look at this part of the triangle, okay, let's see this part of the triangle. Then this is a isosceles triangle, right? ACO is an isosceles triangle. Then in that case, whatever is this angle should be this angle, right? So these two will be congruent. इसको congruent कैसे prove करोगे? पहले मुझे वो चाहिए. I want it to be proved congruent. How do you prove congruency? This is equal to, this is common. These two are same. So in that case, don't you think that since they are isosceles triangles with the same arm, isosceles triangles have their base angles equal? That means this angle should be equal, this angle should be equal to this angle. Again, this angle should be equal to this angle also. There's two isosceles triangle whose arms are equal, then their base angle should also be same. Is it? No, it need not be. Why? An isosceles triangle can be like this, and with the same length, you can be like this also. How do you say the base angles are equal? पहले prove करो ये congruent है. Only if it is congruent, then this particular angle will become how much? This particular angle will become how much? Tell me. This will become, if two are congruent, this becomes theta by 2. This becomes theta by 2. 2 theta will become theta theta. Very good. 2 theta will become theta theta. And then the proof is easy. This angle will become how much? Theta. This angle becomes theta. You just see this one. This is an exterior angle. If this is theta by 2, this is also theta by 2. This is an isosceles triangle. So what do you write? Theta is equal to, okay, theta is equal to theta by 2 plus theta by 2. Which is actually correct. And then what do you get? आपको actually congruent proof करने की जरूरत ही नहीं है. आप ऐसे ही जा सकते हैं. Let us see how this proof comes up. Can I say children that triangle? Can I say triangle OCA is isosceles? Can I say that this is isosceles? If that be the case, then angle OCA should be equal to angle OAC. Base angles of an isosceles triangle are equal. See whether you could absorb this or not. Don't break your head on this part of the triangle. Just concentrate on this part. Right. Have you understood? What did I write? I wrote that this is an isosceles triangle. So for this angle, it should be equal to this angle. Is this clear? Okay. Then further what I'm writing, just see. I'm writing angle AOX is an exterior angle. Can I write this or not?
Yes.
Exterior angle is equal to sum of two opposite interior angles. Okay, so I can write, and whatever is the measurement. Okay, so I can write angle AOX is equal to angle OCA plus angle AOC. I can write this, all right? And if I just put these angles as X and this is also X, then can I write angle AOX is equal to 2x? I can write that. Angle AOX is equal to 2x. Clear? All right. Now I'm making this smaller now. (2x) and on the same ground, what I'm doing, if I consider on this side, similarly, with same logic, I'll have this angle also equal to this angle. Do you agree or not? If this is y, this is also y, right? With the same logic, I can write angle BOX should be equal to angle what? OCB plus angle OBC. So it should be equal to y plus y. So I can write angle BOX is equal to 2y. All right. This is my statement B and this is my statement A. Let me write both the statements together once again. I'm writing angle AOX is equal to 2x and angle BOX is equal to 2y. ये लिख सकता हूँ बेटा, right? Now I am doing an operation which is A plus B. If I add AOX and BOX, then I get angle AOB, which is equal to 2 times of x plus y, which is nothing but 2 times of angle ACB. This is what I had to prove. You don't need congruency. So what you did here, you drew this diagram and you just joined this particular line, extended it, and you looked at one triangle which is an isosceles triangle with this side, with this particular side equal to this particular side as their radius of the same circle. So they have made what? They have constituted to be a isosceles triangle. If this is an isosceles triangle, then its base angles must be equal. That means if this angle is x, this angle should also be x. And this particular angle, which is AOX, is an exterior angle. You know this property, right? Suppose you have a triangle and this is the exterior angle. The exterior angle is always equal to the sum of two opposite interior angles. So we use the same funda out here. Exterior angle equal to exterior angle property. So AOX is an angle, and so I can write here, this is my exterior angle property. Exterior angle is equal to sum of two opposite interior angles. Same here, this is exterior angle property. What did we start with? We started with a theorem which says angle subtended by an arc at the center is twice the angle subtended by the arc at any portion of the remaining part of the circle. And this is how we prove it. Anything that is cloud on the theorem, its understanding and the proof of the theorem. Cloud है तो बोलो, दोबारा समझाऊंगा, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, लेकिन वेग मत रखिए. कुछ भी समझ में नहीं आया तो बोलिए. I will keep the screen. I will again draw a rough sketch and again explain you. I have no issues, but you please don't proceed with any sort of ignorance or you have not understood or anything vague लेके आगे मत बढ़िए. नहीं तो आपसे एक भी problem नहीं होगा. You won't be able to do a single problem. if you go with a vague idea. Have you understood? क्या चीज समझ में नहीं आया बोलिए? थ्योरम समझ में आया कि नहीं? प्रूफ अलग चीज है, थ्योरम समझ में आया? आप थ्योरम समझे तो एक रफ कॉपी में ऐसे मुझे फिगर ड्रॉ करके समझा सकते हैं, तो मैं समझूंगा कि आपने थ्योरम समझा है। प्रूफ अलग बात है, प्रूफ है इज डिफरेंट। हैव यू अंडरस्टूड थ्योरम? हैव यू अंडरस्टूड द थ्योरम और नॉट? बोलो बेटा, नहीं समझे तो फिर समझाएंगे, कोई बात नहीं। थ्योरम समझे हो? फिर से समझाते हैं। थ्योरम कहता है, देखो मैं बोलता जाऊंगा और मैं बनाता जाऊंगा, आप मेरे ध्यान दीजिए मैं क्या बोल रहा हूं। एक सर्कल है, ऑन दिस सर्कल आई हैव गिवन से एक रोटेशन मैंने दे दिया है, द सर्कल इज रोटेटिंग लाइक दिस। आई एम सपोज टू सिलेक्ट एन आर्क, मैंने यहाँ पे एक आर्क सिलेक्ट कर लिया है ए बी, ठीक है। देन इट सेज एंगल सबटेंडेड बाय एन आर्क एट द सेंटर। अब ये आर्क सेंटर पे क्या एंगल सबटेंड कर रहा है? तो दिस इज द सेंटर एंड आई हैव टॉट यू व्हाट इज एंगल सबटेंडिंग। दिस आर्क सबटेंड्स दिस एंगल एट द सेंटर। ये एंगल दुगना होगा, ट्वाइस होगा। किसका? एनी एंगल सबटेंडेड बाय दिस आर्क on the remaining portion of the circle. So if you see हमारा arc, what was our arc? Our arc was a minor arc AB. Then the remaining portion of the circle is what? Major arc BA. Do you agree or not? This is our arc. So remaining portion is what? Major arc BA. On this major arc, take any point of your choice. कोई भी point ले लो बेटा, तुम्हारे choice का। हाँ लोगे सर, आप यहां एक पॉइंट ले लीजिए। चलो यहां पे एक पॉइंट ले लिया हमने, वी हैव टेकन अ पॉइंट हियर। यहां पे जो एंगल सबटेंड करेगा ना, यहां पे जो एंगल सबटेंड करेगा, इस एंगल का दुगना होगा। ये मींस इफ दिस एंगल इज अल्फा, दिस एंगल विल बी 2 अल्फा। इट डज नॉट रेस्ट्रिक्ट यू ओनली टू दिस पॉइंट, देयर आर न्यूमरस पॉइंट्स हियर। कहीं भी आप ले सकते हो। सर I don't like the point you selected, मैंने यहां पे एक पॉइंट लिया, बिल्कुल सही बेटा। Then also this will be how much? Alpha. No sir, I still don't like your point. Please take another point. ये ले लो, जहां थारी मर्जी। ये क्या हो जाएगा? अल्फा हो जाएगा। समझ में आया? अब थ्योरम समझ में आया कि नहीं? बोलो यार, ये वेग फेस मत दो मुझे, हाँ या ना बोलो। ना है तो मैं बार बार करूंगा। ये आंखें बड़ी बड़ी करके ना, मुझे काजल अग्रवाल वाली आंखें बन के ना ऐसे ऐसे देखते, तो वो नहीं चाहिए मुझे। हाँ या ना? ना तो मैं और 2 बार समझाऊंगा, मुझे कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है। आई हैव नो इश्यूज टू एक्सेप्ट, दैट्स माय जॉब, आई एम गेटिंग पेड फॉर दैट। बट आई कांट प्रोसीड विद अ वेग फेस। यू से आइदर यस और यू से नो। नो देन आई विल एक्सप्लेन अगेन। और नो बोलने के लिए मैं गुस्सा नहीं होता हूं। नो इसका मतलब आप ध्यान नहीं दे रहे हैं। Now, can you repeat the theorem for me? I have said this theorem many times, and you have written it also. You might not be correct word by word. You can speak it in Hindi also. You just tell me what you understood in this theorem. मैं तो step by step draw किया, और यहाँ पे एक एक step करके पीछे चला जाऊंगा मैं। जैसे जैसे मैं draw किया वैसे वैसे मैं पीछे चला गया। चलो मैं पीछे चला गया। लो, ये तो ब्यूटी है यहाँ पे। आप बोलो क्या करूं मैं? आप बताइए। There is nothing called a minor arc. Any arc. Take an arc of a circle. I have taken an arc of a circle. This is my arc of the circle. This arc is supposed to subtend an angle at the center. Let's make the angle subtended. Subtend kar liya. This angle is twice the angle subtended by this arc at any point on the remaining part of the circle. What is so difficult to understand? If you don't want to understand, you will never understand. आप cloud हटाइए पहले। आपको ये समझना ही पड़ेगा to pass in grade 9. This is like driving. One day you have to drive on the road alone. I will not sit beside you. इसमें कितना क्या मुश्किल है इंग्लिश में। ये आर्क सेंटर पे जो एंगल सबटेंड करता है, आप मेरे घर पे जो खाना खाओगे, that will be twice the खाना eaten anywhere other than my house. इसका मतलब क्या है? इसके घर में जाओगे जो खाओगे, उसका डबल मेरे घर खाओगे। उसके घर में जाने से जितना खाओगे डबल खाओगे मेरे घर पे. Food eaten at my house is double the food eaten at any other house apart from my house. Angle subtended at the center is twice the angle subtended at any point on the remaining part of the circle. क्या मुश्किल है इसमें? अब क्या समझ में नहीं आया? अभी प्रूफ समझ में नहीं आया? हाँ चलो प्रूफ देखते हैं इसका. नहीं, ध्यान दो ना, ऐसे रहने से नहीं होगा. I will not agree that you have not understood as long as you don't pay attention. अब let's take an arbitrary point out here. I have taken this as my arbitrary point. Fine. After that, what I say join this particular and pull it out. ये तो pull कर लिया out. Now you just look at this side of the triangle. This is an isosceles triangle. Do you know that isosceles triangle के base angles equal होते हैं? अच्छा, बहुत अच्छी बात है. अगर आप जानते हो तो अगर ये एंगल 1 है तो ये एंगल भी 1 है. इस एंगल को मैं लेता हूं x. X is an exterior angle. X is equal to 1 plus 1. So x should be equal to what? 2 times of 1. Do you agree? और इस साइड के एंगल को ले लो y. सर y ले लिया. और इसको ले लो 3 और इसको भी ले लो 3. Similarly, y should be equal to 2 times of 3. दोनों को ऐड करो, x और y को ऐड करो, x plus y. x plus y ऐड किया तो क्या हुआ? यही तो आया 2 theta. मतलब if you actually make it as this angle is equal to 2 times of 1 plus 3. 1 plus 3 बोले तो क्या ये? This angle is 2 times of this angle. क्या मुश्किल है?
क्वेश्चन में लिखा रहेगा कि वो जो लाइन है
हाँ,
बाइसेक्ट कर दिए तो फिर
बाइसेक्ट का बात ही नहीं है. हमें बाइसेक्शन चाहिए ही नहीं. Why do you need bisection? Why are you over complicating it? It will not bisect every time. अगर आपका ये साइड में पॉइंट होगा तो कैसे बाइसेक्ट करेगा? बाइसेक्ट नहीं करेगा. This angle is not equal to this angle. Please understand. They are not equal. You are, अगर वो होता तो बात ही अलग होता. अगर आपके दिमाग में ये घुस रहा है कि सर this angle and this angle will be same, then no, they are not same. They are different angles. That's why I have taken this as 1, this as 1, this as 3, this as 3. These two are same. These two are same. I am interested in the sum of 1 plus 3. And I am interested in the sum of x plus y. This is not equal to this. No, they are not equal. They are different. Is that clear? Any issues? That proof is okay. Now come to the second part of this theorem. Now, हाँ, इसका और एक पार्ट भी है. ये तो अब तो ना सब एक, अपने तो सिर्फ एक जगह देखा है. अब इसको देखते नहीं. थ्योरम वही रहता है. थ्योरम does not change, but the interpretation changes. Let's see what is the change in the interpretation now. ये इतना easy नहीं है, right? In our previous example, so let me take an arc now. Again, I need to take an arc. So I'm taking an arc. Circle को एक rotation दे देते हैं. Okay. What is my arc now? Why? Arc. What is my arc? Arc. Arc क्या था यहाँ पे? What was the arc? AB. What is the arc here?
AB.
No, your stepmother live with BA then. BA can also be an arc, na? Who tells you that only AB can be the arc? BA can also be the arc? No, BA. Now my arc is BA, the major arc. How does a major arc subtend an angle? कल बताया था. उल्टा करके subtend करता है. So let's see the major arc now. The major arc, minor arc subtends this angle. The major arc is now subtending this angle. Do you agree or not? Now let's put the same theorem. What is your arc? Your arc is BA. So your arc is, this is the major arc. Now ask yourself, what is the remaining portion of the circle? Remaining portion of circle. Please pay attention and don't be lazy. If BA is my major arc, what is the remaining portion of the circle?
AB.
Minor arc AB. Minor arc AB. Do you agree or not? Right? This is the minor arc AB. Now you apply the theorem. Angle subtended by an arc at the center of a circle, now we are thinking with the major arc, is twice the angle subtended by the arc at any portion on the remaining part of the circle. What is the remaining part? The remaining part is only AB, minor arc AB. So any point on AB, let's take a point out here. Let's take this point out here. So this major arc now subtends an angle. Now subtends an angle. This is the angle. Now, if this angle is theta, then this angle is 2 theta. ये ऑब्ट्यूज हो जाएगा. अब तक आप एक्यूट देखते थे और आपको मिलता था एक यहां पे acute, smaller acute. Now you're getting an obtuse, get a reflex out here. You have to be very, see, whenever you are having an arc in a circle, you cannot be only stepmotherly biased in which you are seeing only the minor arc. There is a major arc also. So let's put our theorem to the major arc. Angle subtended by an arc. The arc is now BA at the center. ये नहीं है, ये मैंने बोला था ना, माइनर आर्क हुजूर माफ कर दीजिए, मेजर आर्क हुजूर माफ कर दीजिए, पीछे हाथ लेगा, पीछे ले लिया है, is twice the angle subtended by the arc at any portion on the remaining portion of the circle, at any point on the remaining portion. So it's very simple. Wait 1 minute. So how you should actually approach this theorem? In this theorem, first you should always identify your arc. देखो कैसे, step wise. Your arc can be minor arc or your arc can be major arc. आपका स्कूल आपको ऐसे बताएगा ही नहीं, इसीलिए आप कंफ्यूज होते. This is your first step. Then your second step will be identify remaining portion, remaining part of circle. If you had taken the minor arc, then the remaining part is the major arc. And if you had taken major arc, your remaining part is minor arc. Then 3, locate any point. That point can be here or that point can be here. And then 4, establish the relation. बस और क्या मुश्किल है इसमें? सर्कल को देखिए, select your arc. Once you have selected your arc major, then once you have identified your arc, then again we should also identify angle subtended at center. Whatever is that angle you have subtended. So your angle is this one. Then identify remaining portion of the circle. Locate any point. I have located this as the point. And then establish the relationship. So my relationship will be angle B, this is O, BOA. Now this is BOA is not this, huh? So you can say angle BOA where you say major arc. And in otherwise you can write measure of arc BOA. When you write the measure of arc BOA, it is automatically understood that you should go by the rotation of the cycle. See, in younger classes, you will say BOA is this, sir. No. BOA as per the rotation of the circle. This angle is what? This angle is AOB. This angle, this जो आप angle AOB देखते हो ना, उसको आप कैसे लिखोगे? This is measure of the arc AB. This is measure of the arc AB. And when I say angle BOA, this is measure of the arc BA. You're moving from B to A. This angle is now twice angle what? BPA. Another 2 theorems will be born from here. We saw 6. 7 has 2 implication. Got it? अभी तो आपने सिर्फ ट्राउजर देखा, इसमें कॉन्वर्स नहीं है, इसमें कोई कॉन्वर्स नहीं है, कॉन्वर्स इसके आगे आएगा. 7 has, this was your, if you see as theorem 7, it has 2 implications, one from a minor arc perspective, one from a major arc perspective. बच्चा इसको अच्छे से देखो और अच्छे से समझो, ये अगर नहीं समझे हो तो आपसे प्रॉब्लम्स नहीं बनेंगे. कौन सा? हाँ, ये समझे हो ना, ये इसमें और ज्यादा कुछ नहीं है. It in the previous one we were more biased towards the minor arc, but you should not lose out the major arc. Major arc के लिए भी तो ये होता है. इसमें दो हो गए हमारे, ठीक है. जितने भी हैं आपको टोटल से क्या लेना देना, आप थ्योरम समझते जाइए. हाँ, अपने आप याद होगा. मुझे कैसे याद है? मैं कौन सा किताब खोल के बैठा हूं? अपने आप याद होगा. एज लॉन्ग याद करके मैथ्स नहीं होता है, मैथ्स लॉजिक से जाया जाता है. चले, अब इसका डायरेक्ट रिलेशन एक और थ्योरम में आते हैं. आपको तो ये वीडियो, therefore you always start this chapter, play the video and start making your notes. You will take 2 hours. 1 hour video will take 2 hours. And we started from chinnu definitions like radius, circumference, and we have come a long way now. वो मूवीज में कहते हैं ना, जुर्म की दुनिया में आप इतने अंदर घुस चुके हैं, now you can't come back. You are a part of the system now. चले नेक्स्ट थ्योरम. नेक्स्ट, अच्छा, ये आप अपने तरह से भी डिजाइन कर सकते हो. सी, दिस इज नॉट अ पार्ट ऑफ द लर्निंग. दिस इज माय वे ऑफ अंडरस्टैंडिंग द प्रॉब्लम. यू मेक इट योर वे. व्हाई आर यू ईटिंग? जूठा क्यों खा रहे हो? अपना बनाओ. A robot's approach to the understanding. This is mind map. Fix an arc, measure the angle subtended at center, estimate the remaining portion, select any point, get an angle, establish the relationship. खत्म बात. चले, और कितना बाकी हो गया? चलो एक और देखते हैं अभी इसी को. इट्स सेम थिंग. ओके, द सेम थिंग. नाउ सेम थिंग. So what okay, you just wrote about the steps. What was the steps? Identify the arc. Now I'm being extra biased. And what I do is that I am trying to plot the diameter of this circle, right? And this is O, this is O, and my circle is rotating, say, in this manner. Got it, bacha? And my arc is the semi-arc of the circle. Semi-arc. Now, what is a major? What is a minor? ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. But since the rotation is given to me, I am considering the measure of the arc AB. Now, this is very, very unique. I am measuring AB. Got it? What is angle subtended by AB at the center? 180 degree. Very good. This is 180 degree. 180 degree. So my major, this is my arc. This is my arc under my study. This is the arc under study. Can you tell me what is the remaining portion now? Remaining portion. The remaining portion must be the arc.
BA.
Must be the arc BA. So BA is my remaining portion. Then what do I do? Fix any point of your choice on BA. Fix any point. Let's take this as my point. Agreed? Fix this as my point. So this is my point. And let's say this is my point P. Now apply the theorem. Wait. ये लिखते मत रहो यार, मैं लिखने का टाइम दूंगा. समझो पहले. Angle subtended by an arc at the center is twice the angle subtended by the arc at any portion on the remaining. Can you now comment what should be APB? 90 degree. This should be 90 degree. This gives birth to your new theorem. It says angle in a semicircle is always a right angle. Angle in a semicircle is always a right angle. ये समोसा?
ये समोसा.
Angle in a semicircle, and samosa is born from trouser only. Are you getting it?
नमस्ते भी लो.
वो पहला वाला ही नमस्ते था. अभी ट्राउजर, एग्जैक्ट ट्राउजर आया नहीं है. Actually what you have studied is so far is this is namaste. This is not trouser. Trouser अभी आएगा. After namaste we studied what? Samosa. ये समोसा है. Angle in a semicircle is a 90 degree. यहां से एक अच्छा. Now why are you biased with only BA, AB? Can you not think about BA? We can think about BA also. And take out any point on the remaining part here. Can I take this point? And let me name this point as Q. Then what should be the measure of Q? 90 degree. Another theorem comes up here. Another theorem comes up here. Can you see what is APBQ? What is APBQ? Cyclic quadrilateral. It's a cyclic quadrilateral. What is a cyclic quadrilateral? It's a quadrilateral whose four vertices lie on a circle. It's a cyclic quadrilateral. So here we have a relationship. Sum of all angles of a quadrilateral is how much? 360. If your quadrilateral is a cyclic quadrilateral, which is a special quadrilateral, see, even this is a quadrilateral, but this is not cyclic. I cannot have a circle which encompasses all the four vertices. So this is not a cyclic quadrilateral. So I say opposite angles of a cyclic quadrilateral are supplementary. This plus this should be 180. How much balance we have? Another 180. So this plus this must be also 180. So the theorem is opposite angles of a cyclic quadrilateral are supplementary. All coming from that one theorem. Parent theorem वही है. Did you understand how this came up? If you are considering this part, then this is remaining. If you are considering this, then this is remaining. Both should be 90 degree. If you add them, how much are you getting? 180. How do you say that these two should be 180? I know that sum of all the angles of a quadrilateral is 360. Can you prove that? Can you prove that?
Yeah.
How do you prove that? Take any quadrilateral, put its diagonal. A quadrilateral is composed of two triangles. Sum of all the angles here is 180. Sum of all the angles here is 180. 1 and 1 is 360. So the same thing comes out here, that if it is 360, then the other two sides, other two angles must be supplementary. ये समझ में आया? अच्छा, आ जाओ अभी लास्ट वाले थ्योरम पे. Again based on this. एक और आएगा ना, वो 7 था, ये 8 हुआ, ये 9 हुआ, अभी 10 भी देखना है. आ जाओ. हाँ, 10. ये 7, 8, 9, 10 तो आर माने all brothers of children of Kunti and Pandu. ठीक है ना? चलो, यहाँ से थोड़ी रोने से थोड़ी होगा, रोने से कुछ नहीं होगा, रोगे तो दुनिया और रुलाएगा. You can't cry. You have to hold the bull by its horns. हाँ, अगला ट्राउजर वाला आ जाएगा. ये काजू कतली नहीं, काजू कतली रोम्बस होता है. ये घटिया बर्फी है. चलें आगे. Okay. Anyway, it's getting recorded, so please see the last one also. So let's see the last one. The last one is also takeaway of the same. So please go home. Don't keep it pending. In the next class, if you are actually giving a vague face, I will turn you out of the class. Right? Shall we? We have got a circle. Now going by the same theorem, what do we do? Pay attention here and tell me. The first point, what should we do? Identify an arc. So let's identify an arc. This is my arc. Right? And also, now no more rotations are required, but still I'm giving a rotation. This is my arc. My arc is AB. Right? AB लिया है. AB को arc बना लिया. There should be one center O. But this time we will not subtend at the center. But in your mind, that diagram should be there. What is the diagram in your mind? यहाँ देखो, यहाँ देखो. AOB is the diagram in your mind. Yes, this is recorded. I promise बच्चा, मैं घर जाके पहले इसको upload करूँगा, फिर मैं दूसरा काम करूँगा, ताकि आप देख. Right? But this time what I will do, I will have a different perspective. I will actually draw a chord. I'll draw a chord. Now they're becoming same color. So let me draw a chord. What does a chord do? A chord divides a circle into two segments, major segment, minor segment, right? And now what I do, ये अभी क्या का पेन छीनो तो हाथ से, बस that's it, yeah, ठीक है, मेरे को इरिटेशन हो रहा है. Okay, next is I am taking any two arbitrary points out here, ठीक है, just go by logic, and what I am joining, say I am joining this. Now in your mind, which particular angle is there? This angle is already there. Do you agree? This angle is 2 theta, then this is theta. Can I just write, if you just allow me, can I write theta out here? 1 minute, children. Can I write, I'm just writing a theta out here. I'm फिर से उसका पेंसिल ले लो, मत लो उसको, किताब छीन लूंगा मैं अगली बार. यहां पे ध्यान दो. This is theta. Can you visualize the 2 theta angle? Where is the 2 theta angle? Right at the center, right? Okay, what I do next is I take this also should be theta for the 2 theta out here, but the 2 theta is in my mind. हाँ, क्यों एंगल नहीं होगा यहाँ पे 2 थीटा एंगल नहीं है क्या? क्या पढ़े हैं फिर इतना देर से? if यार तुम लोग का ना मैथमेटिक्स, यू पीपल शुड गिव अवे लर्निंग मैथमेटिक्स. यहाँ पे एक लाइन है कि नहीं, मैं बोला था ना, माइंड में ये सोच के रखो, इफ दिस इज 2 थीटा देन दिस इज थीटा, दिस इज थीटा. चलो, डोंट माइंड माय वर्ड्स, मैं गुस्सा होता हूं क्योंकि आप लोग ध्यान नहीं देते हो. इज दिस क्लियर? दिस थीटा, दिस इज थीटा. Understood? If I would have done another one point also, that would also have been theta. Does this give you the shape of a trouser? Yes. So the theorem that comes up here is theorem angles, wait, don't write, in the same segment of a circle are equal. Now you ask yourself, if this was P and this was Q, then what are you saying? You have an angle APB and you have an angle AQB. Both these goddamn angles are angles on the same segment. Not here and not here. There is a theorem which is not studied in CBSE but in ICSE and IGCSE, alternate segment. वो आपके एक दो addition में alternate segments, alternate means एक और angle यहाँ पे आएगा. You just study angles on the same segment of a circle are equal. And another way to see this statement is angles subtended by a chord on the same segment of a circle are equal. I can also replace the word chord by an arc. Angles subtended by an arc on the same segment of a circle are equal. Angles subtended by a chord on the same segment are equal. And angles on the same segment are also equal. How did you prove it? Well, now I will do that. The proof was very easy. If I look at the lavender triangle, then if this is theta, this is 2 theta. And if I look at the green triangle, if this is theta, this is 2 theta. This is equal to idiot. This is also equal to idiot. This means both of them are also idiots. Please write it now and I'll give you your time. उसका पेन पेंसिल सब दे दो, ठीक है? और कोई थ्योरम नहीं है. हाँ, इसके अलावा concepts like vertically opposite angle, then cyclic quadrilateral, all becomes applicable. Circle is the most toughest chapter in grade 9. हाँ, मैं मानता इसीलिए हमको पढ़ते नहीं हो ना. पढ़ने से हमको कैसे याद रहा ये 12? I तो came to your class saying that you will be studying algebraic identities. How did I populate this out? Have I taught circles anyone to in last 2-3 months? No. Maybe at least a year ago. कैसे आ गया? तो बुक भी नहीं है. इसको ये मेमोरी में बैठना है. साइकिल चलाना आता है ना आपको? विल यू एवर फॉरगेट साइक्लिंग इन योर लाइफ? नो. दिस इज स्विमिंग, साइक्लिंग, वेल्डिंग. You never forget. This also has to go in your photo memory. It's called muscle memory. Once you can slap Ryan, after that, will you forget how to slap him? It's muscle memory. You just need his cheek and your palm. तपास करके लगा दो. वैसे इसको भी पढ़ो. तेल गरम हुआ है किसी की कढ़ाई में. तेल गरम हुआ है किसी की कढ़ाई में. और अगर आप नहीं पढ़ के आ रहे हैं